G'day everyone. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Uncover the News, Dawn Amato, Be Kind to All, Renee, Rogers, who else is here? Laura Carlson, Grandmere D, GM Dave, Greta, hi. Welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining. Hi, Terry Solaris. Hi, everyone who's watching who don't comment. It's always lovely to have you here. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Dawn. I don't know. That's just something with your YouTube, I guess. So, yeah. Can I read if Trump will try to start a civil war? I can do that. Okay, but there's a lot to look at. Hi, Susan Allo. I got this. Yes, thank you. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Oh, the Trump rally. I've got that Trump rally in Savannah. Is it going to do more harm than good for the Republican candidates? That's what I want to see. Hi, Estelle Harrington. I'm not bothering to watch it. I'll probably look at some news things, but if he's going on about the voter fraud and all that, it's, yeah. Yeah, so I thought I would start off something different. Now, we all know that the 21st of December is the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. But did you also know that for the first time in 800 years, a Christmas star will be in the sky, or a star of Bethlehem? So what this is that Jupiter and Saturn align so closely that they create a really bright, radiant point of light in the sky. You can see it anywhere from Earth, and this is what is actually called the Christmas star, or the Star of Bethlehem. So if anyone else tells you that, and it doesn't happen very often, as they said, the last one was 800 years ago. Okay. So I thought I would start off with a reading on what is December 21st. It goes over the 20th, 21st, depending on where you are and the time zones and all that. So I thought I would have a look and see what the Christmas star, or the Star of Bethlehem, this radiant point of light, which is created by the alignment of Saturn and Jupiter in the sky. We're here in Perth. It's going to be best viewable between what have I got? 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. looking west-southwest from here. So, but what sort of messages is that going to bring? So I thought we'd start off with that. What messages? What sort of news? What sort of, yeah. What sort of messages is the Christmas star going to bring? I only learned about this the other day. I was reading, I caught something about it, and then I looked it up some more and looked up the Perth Observatory, and yes, it's, you know. Hi, Christina Tanky. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thumbs up apparently do help people find my channel, new people find my channel and all that. Word of mouth helps that too. It sort of helps. Hi, Georgie Moon. Hi, Deborah G. Welcome. You're a new name for me to see, so welcome. Okay, so what messages? Does the Christmas star, is the Christmas star going to bring about our future? Future in general for the globe, really. The world's future. Queen of Pentacles, resources. This beautiful lady, and if those people are wondering, this is the Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Duane. Eric C. Dune, sorry, D-U-N-N-E, and it's, yeah. So he's done it, and the book is by Kim Huggins. So beautiful resources. We have plenty of resources, not just earthbound resources like minerals and crops, but resources for each to help each other out. So I'm going to do a cross here. The Eight of Pentacles. We are still really apprentices. We still have so much to learn from each other, from nature, from science, from this universal spirit. There's still so much we have to learn as a race. And until we master those lessons, there are still so many lessons. We've learned quite a few. There's like 6 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up behind us. There's 2 in front of us, and he's working on another one. So I think there's probably, before we really learn as a race, we've still got a few periods of a few lessons to learn. Yeah. The challenge is to keep the wheel turning, keep cycle. This to me it's the wheel of fortune, keeping it on our side, which helps. The challenge is not to do things to each other which reverses our fortunes as a race, to only keep going forward, to not flip it and end up going backwards. So that is the challenge at the base of this reading. And for those of you who are just joining me, there's a Christmas star on the Star of Bethlehem in the skies on the 21st of December this year, which is an alignment of Jupiter and Saturn, creating a point of light, a very radiant point of light in the sky. It can be seen from anywhere on Earth. And that is what is actually a Christmas star. It's the first one in 800 years. So I'm reading on what messages this star is bringing us. Hi, Sharon Saib. Hi, GMR5. At the base of the reading, we are embattled, which is not a surprising card, given that we've struggled with several minor health, not really pandemics, but minor outbreaks of quite nasty diseases across the years. And now we're facing a major pandemic. That's one. And we're also embattled from people who don't learn, people who want to grip on to power at all costs and who don't want to share and who are fighting back against everyone who does. Hi, J-Cat Lady. Hi, Estelle Harrington. And so as a race, we're embattled. We're still fighting amongst ourselves. We're fighting disease. We're fighting our bad decisions with looking after the earth. So we are embattled. Our past actions leading to the present. What the Christmas star, the message is, this is one of the lessons we have to learn. And we still haven't learned it. It's a very vital lesson. We have to learn to balance nature, resources, people, all of those things. We have to learn to balance them. This is the Two of Pentacles. So that, you know, travels across the water, reaching out across waters to other countries and everything. We have to balance all of those things. We have to balance nature. We have to balance nature's resources and human resources, and we have to balance communications and sending things. Hi, Michelle Mark. Hi, Bonnie Russell. All of those need to be balanced. We're still learning that. We have to, this is one of the biggest things we have to learn. And it's probably going to be the one that's going to take the longest. And even spiritual growth has to be learned. What's above this? This idea that we are sitting pretty. This is above this. The message that it's sending is that we think as a race we're sitting pretty. We're not. We're not. So much of the world's worth is owned by, of the world's wealth is owned by so little of the population. Some countries are doing better than others. Some countries have a better way of sharing resources than others. But there's still, in so many countries, people who are still starving, who are still not getting the care they need, who are neglected, or who have, because of various circumstances, are homeless and living in tents. And then there are countries where you see them all the time. Every time they have a UNICEF fundraiser or this to feed the children, feed the world, supply water, help put in infrastructure in some countries that don't have it, to help fight against famine. We are not, as a race, globally sitting pretty. We only think we are, and we have to get over this mindset. You cannot sit comfortably and sit pretty if everybody else in the world is unable to do so too. We only think we have control. You see this woman, she's got the bird of prey on her arm, and she's just like very arrogant, very in control, very beautiful. But honestly, and part of the problem too is this is also the card of autonomy. Each country takes their autonomy and think that they can manifest that in the rest of the world. We can be autonomous and we can have control over the areas around us. Australia's not guiltless in that. You know, autonomy over other peoples. You know, we landed here and we took autonomy over the people who were already here. And it wasn't very pretty. It was pretty disgusting, some of the things that happened. Okay? And it's happened with colonisation and all that. We haven't learned our lessons from all that. Hi, Kathy W. So we think that we are sitting pretty and that we're autonomy and that we're doing all the right things, but we're not. We're still embattled at a race. We still have so much to learn. Immediate future for us. The High Priestess. We are going to be affected by other people's agendas. And I'm not talking alien here or anything. I'm talking about people in power in different countries. We're going to have to tackle these people and, you know, be wiser in dealing with these people and not just ignore what they do because it's not in our country. Some people have some very nasty agendas out there. And in the immediate future, there's going to be a need to really address some of them. And there's going to need to be more than just one or two countries doing it. This reading is not country-centric. It is for the whole world. It's a global reading. So we're going to have to face down some people with nasty agendas, and we're going to have to do it in a way that is global and cooperative. I think there's a leader coming into the White House in January who's going to be able to start that process, and I think that's why this is in the immediate future. But you know, they're going to have to start. It's not going to happen overnight, but the start's going to have to be made, and very soon. What is in the environment for us as a people? Two of Cups. New partnerships, new relationships. You know, and this is also interesting that it's got the healing card. Healing, new partnerships, new relationships, and healing. This is the, pretty sure this is the thing of the doctor. I'm not sure whether it's the international symbol for doctors or whatever, but it's something akin to it. It reminds me of that. And I'm feeling that healing's going to start with new partnerships, new friendships, new understandings. So there's healing in the environment. What does everybody see? Well, say someone looking down on us see? So other races and all that. They see a planet of abundance, a planet of beauty. The Empress, a planet of so much possibility. But also there's a planet that seems to be too susceptible to autocratic rule from time to time. That has to be addressed. She's got all the symbols of power here. She's got a scepter. She's dressed like Queen Elizabeth, really. She's got the scepter of power. She's got, you know, health, emotional well-being, everything. There's abundance there's enough for everybody, but too many people trying to seize ultimate power. What are our hopes and fears? Some people see us at the point of just as a race, just perhaps we should just lie down and give up. The hope is that we never do that. The fear is that at some time we might. And some people see us as, almost all of us believe in spirituality of some kind. It doesn't have to be organised religion. I'll just say that this is a universal symbol for spirituality. I think it's the Virgin Mary in the stained glass, but we all have belief and faith, and that there's a fear that we're going to give up on all the spirituality and the faith, and I don't think we ever will, because there's more to us than our physical being. There's so many questions about how we work as a being, how each individual works as a being, what makes what tick, and I think spiritual is a huge part of us. And some people fear we're going to give up on that. Some people hope that we never do give up on that. What are the outcomes for us as a race? We've still got a lot of abuses of power to clamp down on, to overcome. A lot of abuses of power. This is the Five of Swords. A lot of abuses of power to overcome. But the more we persevere, with perseverance and patience and infinite wisdom comes strength. We've got to draw on all of that, and we will draw on all of that to become stronger. There are still going to be times when it seems like the world comes to a standstill. But we are going to be better prepared. And during those times, each of those times is going to change our perspective on things. Look how much our perspective changed on a lot of things when everything came to a standstill. People couldn't drive, planes couldn't go in the air, everything came to a standstill. Air cleared up, water settled, all these sorts of things. And it really changed people's perception, on a lot of people's perceptions on how we affect the environment. So there are still going to be times when the world is going to go on pause, but it's going to be when it's needed. The Lovers. This is a good card, even though it looks slightly there's us, there's the earth, there's spiritual guidance, and possibly others looking out to help us. So there will be a time when others come down to help us, but we still have lessons to learn before that happens. I've got a question for this. Who is going to help? Who is going to help start this process? The process of coming together to fight other people's, combining our wisdom to fight people with their own secret agendas that aren't always good, that are just wanting to harm others. Who's going to lead that? I'm going to go through the cards until I get a court card, a king or a queen. A Queen of Cups. I came up with Kamala Harris. That's the first thing that popped into my mind. She's going to be a strong leader, wherever she's in. It's going to be more hope in the world. There will be some problems. The moon's come up, and sometimes there's going to be some really bad actors in the play because the devil came up there. So bad actors, unseen problems, of course. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, strong, intuitive leadership. Judgment. There's still going to be times where we're going to feel like we're being judged. Queen of Swords. Lots of women in the future. Justice is there. There are some changes that still need to happen, of course. I'm going to stop there. Ten of Wands, there's still some burdens. The Empress, possibilities. So whether they're the queens here are men or women, we've got emotionally stable, someone who brings emotional stability back, wise leadership, intuition, looking for justice, and somebody who is overall is going to lead to new abundance. Somebody who's going to help the world come to new abundance. So I just got told, yeah, stop. And when I stopped, it was like 3 people and a plan, basically. So the 3 queens, as I said, it can be a man or a woman. This could be... So I think 3 world leaders are going to play a big part in the immediate future in tackling these other people's agenda. So that, my darlings, is what messages the upcoming Christmas star, or Star of Bethlehem, which will be visible in the sky from anywhere on Earth on December 21, 2021, depending on where you are in the world. 21 for us here in the night sky. So yeah, the sort of message that we had. I hope you enjoyed that. I do like doing some different readings now and then to open up. I know there's always a call for the political readings, and I'm not, so I'm going to get on with that. Hello, Catherine Bush. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. If I haven't said hello to you yet, because I haven't seen your name, so sometimes it's nice to look at some other things as well. Look at this moon card. It is beautiful. But I also get away with the fairies and howling at the moon with that. Look at the look on the face in the moon. It's like, oh, somewhere in some dreamland. Away with the fairies and howling at the moon. Oh, this is interesting. Because when this flipped out, 4 cards fell out with it, but face down. We're talking about political things. Look for some heartbreak soon. Ooh. Betrayal, incarceration, painting yourself into a corner you can't get out of. The Star, new hope, and the Alchemist, which is the position, the Magician. Beautiful card. Very, very interesting. Talking about political things. So politically, I think there's going to be a bit of a, just generally politically worldwide, there's going to be a few, yeah, We were talking about Trump and that too. So that's just interesting. I found that interesting that these cards came out in the order. The moon, barking mad, howling at the moon. Betrayal, painting yourself into a corner, possible incarceration, new hope, and the magician, being able to manifest good things. So whether you take that as a general political reading or as some messages to yourself, I don't mind. However you want to do that. You know, there's more bad politicians than just Trump, Putin and stuff. So, you know, a lot of countries actually face these sorts of cards every day. I'm very fortunate now I don't live in one of those countries. We might want to boot our prime ministers up the butt occasionally and scream at the opposition leaders to do more. But overall, we're ruled by pretty decent people here in Australia who have done a good job. So, hi, Joji, and I'm thankful for that. Oh, I don't know if this counts for the southern hemisphere, for the northern hemisphere, but if you're here in Perth, December 14, there's a meteorite shower that you'll be able to see. It's the Geminid meteor shower on the 14th, and it'll be at 8 p.m. on our time. It's due to start 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which is daylight savings time over east. Okay, let's get stuck into some of our favourites. I'm going to have a drink of water. I just thought it'd be nice to open up with something a bit different today. Thank you, Joji. I love sharing it. I love sharing my gifts. Yes, drinking straight out of the bottle. Delicate little flower that I am. Hi, Renee Rogers. Trump's rally. Is it going to do more good for the Georgia Senate nominees or more bad? Bob Mueller. Bob Mueller is working again. Oh, yeah, the NSA is blocked from briefing Biden by Trump's, the people that Trump has put into power over in the Pentagon. And he's also fired several members of the Pentagon's Defense and Business Board and replaced them with Trump allies. So if someone tells you they were born under a Christmas star, if they're 800 years old, they may have. But, you know, I think a lot of people see those bright stars, any of them, as a Christmas star. But the actual Christmas star, or the actual Star of Bethlehem, is this event. Kinds of things. Will he help or hinder? He doesn't care. He's feeling, you know, that autonomy. He's feeling that. He's sitting pretty and he doesn't care as long as he gets the adulation he wants, really. Justice. Group work. Six of Swords. So we've got the Justice card, the Three of Pentacles for group work, money, the Six of Swords, movement forward, the Five of Wands, but it's reversed. So he wants to G up his base and get them angry and all that. But it's not really working, because all they're doing is, especially every time he spouts off the fraud, is it's like not G'ing up the base. You've seen the articles where voters, Republican voters, are starting to ask, why should we vote? Why should we? And it's having a reverse effect from G'ing them up to vote to settling them down to maybe, well, maybe we need to wait until after things have been reformed. Ten of Pentacles, loss, financial loss, family loss, end of legacies. Knight of Cups, really, really upsetting, surprising news. Possibly he could be going off like a little child who's having a dummy spit. He's probably up there having a dummy spit. I don't know if anyone's been keeping an eye on it, but yeah, going off like a dummy spit, and it's that's the Knight of Cups, sorry. That's the Knight of Cups. Sorry, this is the Page of Cups. This is the dummy spit card. Versus the Knight of Cups, offers. It's having withdrawal offers. It's having a bad effect. It's not helping the momentum. It's not helping raise the money they need. People are feeling justified in doubting what he's saying, what the security of the election, and they're just up there watching him have a dummy spit. So this is the false knight, but reversed. The scales are falling off some people's eyes about him. But you know what? They're not doubting. They're not starting to doubt Biden's win now. They're starting to doubt the number of votes he got. So the scales are falling from the eyes of some people. Disruption, just a split relationship disruption. It's not helping his relationship with a lot of Georgian voters. In fact, I think Georgia is King of Swords, corruption. Yeah, the scales are falling from their eyes. They're seeing the corruption full time. They're starting to realize that listening to him is not going to help, not going to move things forward. Nothing good. This is death reversed. So the changes that are happening, that are going to come out of this, this rally is going to change the course for one or both of these senatorial candidates for senator, Republican candidates, and it's not going to be a good change. Three of Cups, just overindulgence, overkill, clearly not showing any support for the candidates, just wanting to bitch and moan. Yeah, it's going to have an effect on the judgment that Republican voters make. Are these guys tied up with Trump really close? Are they? Trump says, I think Georgia as a state, the Republican voters in Georgia are going to be one of the first lot that really, really turn their back on Trump. There will always be some who will never, ever give up Trump. They'll be Trumpists now till the day they die. But I think Georgia might be one of the first states to really start shedding that. I don't think it's going to help the candidates at all. I think for one, it's going to be the death knell of their career. For the other, it's going to make it a lot harder. If I have Jehovah's Witnesses come up to me, if they come up to the house now, I'm just going to say, look, no, thank you, but if you'd like, I can do a tarot reading for you. Answer with deck cards and like. You know, it's just people can follow whatever the religion they want, as long as they do no harm to others in following their faith. It's just, yeah, I've stopped following. There are still some tenets from what I grew up with in the Catholic faith, but we were never full on every Sunday Catholics or anything, but there are still some tenets that I feel are comforting, but there's so much that isn't. So I take comfort in some things, but, you know, I carry some things, some good things with me, but the rest no longer interests me. You can't let go of anything that was good just because a whole lot of it was bad. You know what? Hi, human generic. Okay. So let's have a look at the Senate race again. Let's have a look. I'm going to do individual readings. I'm not going to use any reversals or anything. I'm going to have a look. Just use the Rider Waite. Yeah. Yeah, and you still like that stained glass window. Yeah, I love it. I love that stained glass window. Stained glass windows represent more to me than just a faith or whatever. They represent the beauty and spiritualism of the world through the eyes of different different beliefs. Oh, somebody's having a bit of trouble with resources. Somebody's needing help with money. Let's see. Let's have a look. We will do Warnock first. Do an overview. No, not an overview. I'll do a 5 card. Strength. That's, oh, 2 cards flipped out. Strength. I was talking about Warnock and an offer they don't want. At least in that race, I don't think people want Kelly Loeffler there, Republican. So that's interesting. So, Warnock. If those cards come out again, we'll see. Okay, Warnock. Thank you, guys. Celebration and support. So, where is he now? He's feeling a loss, a bit of a loss and sadness and some regret that could just be around the whole COVID thing. I did hear somewhere that he was having a bit of trouble with getting some resources. They need more resources, need more money. But I think that he's just the type of person to genuinely feel loss and sadness and regret at seeing the things around him and not being able to help people more. What's his challenge? I think his challenge is accepting that spirit, faith, the world, whatever, has other plans for him. What helps him? What's helping him? This is odd to see what's helping him is stabbed in the back. But honestly, this card is coming to the end of a cycle. There's a new dawn happening. I don't think there's anything more that Republicans can throw at him. They've run out of steam. They've run out of knives to throw. What hinders? Yeah. So they're still trying. They're still trying to muddy his name. But also there's possibly some behaviours from his past that there's 3 not very good cards here, but 1 really good card. So I think there could be a bit of self-sabotaging about him, like talking actions. Hi, Sherry French. Thank you very much. But the world is coming up as his outcome card, the end of one journey, the start of another. So, you know, I did a reading on Warnock a couple of months ago, and I got sort of similar things like tiredness, just feeling that embattled, having some bad habits. So I think he will win. Okay, I do think he will win. Thank you, Catherine Bush. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate the donation. Thank you. Let's have a look. Page of Cups. Surprising emotional news. Judgment. I think he's going to feel that he's been judged to be the best person for that. A change for him. This is the death card, but again, the end of one way of life, the beginning of another. I do think he's going to win, but I do feel like he's sort of man to have mixed feelings about it, but he's doing it because he feels that it's his spiritual duty to do it, and that he can do more to help people, even though I don't think he's looking forward into really getting his feet dirty with the politics in Washington, because I don't think anyone can come out of that without feeling different about the kind of person they are and the sort of things they can do. So that's Gabriel Warnock. Got a mix of bad and good cards, but the good cards, it's only one major arcana, bad card, and that can often be self-destructive behaviour. But two really good ones and two bad ones. So, I don't know. I think he might just serve one term. Build things up, really establish things, and build a person up next to him and groom a person to take over, but do the best he can to get things done. Yeah. Okay. Kelly Loeffler. Let's have a look at what's happening with Kelly Loeffler. Yeah, I asked my guides for answers. I thank my guides for answers. I asked Universal Spirit and thank the Universal Spirit as well. Hi, Linda B. Just remember, if you want a reading, you can email me at the moment. So that's and I can do email reading, do Zoom or Skype. If you're in Perth, I can get together with you face to face. I've got rates written down on the community page. There's my email there. I take payment through PayPal. Yeah. Loeffler, what's going on with Kelly Loeffler? I just, the question asked went through my mind was, will the Democrats turn the Senate? The question went through my mind, so I'll ask that. You know, Knight of Cups, she is not what she seems. What she's offering is unrealistic. So this is her. What's her challenge? Investigations. I think she's being looked at for some things. What helps her? She's a good communicator. She can get things across very quickly to people, apparently. What hinders her? Oh, lost, regret. She's done something in the past, and maybe the coronavirus, people losing their lives in the district, where this is a hindrance for her. For Warnock, it's something he deeply feels and regrets seeing happening and regrets he can't do more. But for her, it's a hindrance, the coronavirus. What's the outcome for her? Conflict. Conflict. Can I ask, is Warnock heading in the right direction to him? Yes, no. Put the cards up the right way. Queen of Pentacles, yes. King of Pentacles, yes. He's going to get more resources. 10 of Pentacles, yes. 3 yeses. I said, is Warnock heading in the right direction to win? Yes. I guess it's because they're reading on their energies, how they feel about things. That sometimes I really do have to go to. There's not supposed to be any reversals in this deck. So if it comes out reversed, I'm just going to read it straight up. So, surprising emotional news is on the bottom of the deck for her. Oh my God. That's what Trump is saying, that every one of their here is victims. Whereas Trump's got Sidney Powell and that other Lynn, whatever his name is, saying, don't vote, don't vote. Hi, J-Lo. Okay, let us go to David Perdue. Where is he at the moment? Ooh, he's suddenly feeling quite isolated. Hi, Cartomancy. His challenge is that really more and more people are saying he's not what they want. They want something better. They're really getting apathetic about voting the Republicans in Georgia. They're really getting apathetic about it. He's going to be the closer race. So this is his challenge, getting over people's apathy. What helps him is judgment. He's got some pretty shrewd political judgment, so that can help him. But what's hindering him? Ooh, justice is hindering him. Ooh. What's the outcome for Perdue? Oh, standing his ground. He could still retain his seat. Standing his ground. Okay, David Ossoff. Guides of the highest truth and compassion, thank you for helping me gain clarity, insight, and objectivity into the question of David Ossoff's run for the Senate. Has anything changed? He's questioning himself. I just got the song lyrics by Renee God, she's an Australian singing legend. Am I heading in the right direction? He's got a bit of self-doubt. Renee Gayer, that's it. He's got some self-doubt. He's got some self-doubt at the moment. Where is he? At the moment, he's forging new alliances, forging new partnerships. He's asking people. He's asking that question. Am I doing things the right way? If there's other things I can do. His challenge. getting some more resources. His campaign needs a bit of a boost too. I think both of them need a bit of a boost. For some reason, they're not getting what they really need. What helps him? Georgia wanting to go back to a calmer time of happier memories. That helps him. People are looking back. Not that Democrats have held the Senate seats in Georgia for a long, long time, but they want not so much political, but pre-coronavirus, when their children are safe, when you could go out and you could see your neighbours and things like that in the state. That, I think, helps him, is helping him. Whitby! What's hindering him? Chariot is hindering him. Momentum. I think maybe he feels like his momentum stalled. Hi, Book Bewitched. Hi, Sandra Henderson. The outcome for him: renewal, wise leadership, compassionate leadership, renewal. Oh, look, Office of Money. Is John Ossoff going to win? Yes or no? As of the reading today, because he's come close with a possible win, and then he's gone backwards as I've checked in. Everyone says hello, Whitby. They all say hello. Who's he going to win? 4 of Cups. And these are coming out reversed. 10 of Swords. So that what would normally be no card coming out reversed are, yes, cards. And the Star. His chances of winning have improved because people are Republicans are just sick of the crap and feel like they're being stabbed in the back by Trump, at least in Georgia, and by the senators. So his chances of winning have improved again. He's gone up and down. I think it'll still be close, but he has a better outcome card. Then he's got the King of Wands, new wise and renewal in leadership, whereas Perdue got he'll stand his ground, but will he win? That's another thing. Okay, hi Judy Malley. Dave, behave. GM Dave is, how shall I put this, slightly outrageous. You behave, Dave. Positive vibes and positive energy to both Warner and Ossoff. Okay, let's have a look. Bob Mueller, what's happening with Bob Mueller? Oh, cheeky. Dave is not cheeky. Dave is outrageous. Thank you, Judy. Hi, Joji. You're back again. Yes, they were. Oh, Barr's recent change of loyalty. I can ask if that's if Mueller has anything to do with that. Yeah. But all right. So first we'll have a look at what's happening with Bob Mueller. He's tired. He's tired of it all. I think he really wants to. He's healing. He's getting rid of a lot of these demons. He's just concentrating on that. He's expelling a lot from his life that he just doesn't need or doesn't want or feels he doesn't. You know, he's getting rid of a lot of crap he doesn't need. Why deal with it? You know? What's his current influences? He is just 7 cups. He's really pissed off with the delusions that people are and the illusions and the delusions that people are putting forth. The delusion that a lot of Republicans are living under with regard to Trump. He's just had enough. What's above him? The 8 of Pentacles. He feels like he can't do anymore, can't learn anymore, can't give anymore. He's done everything he can. He's done all he can. He has become the master of his craft, and he's given everything, and he's done everything he can, and he can give no more. In his immediate future, he is going to get offered something, maybe a role in the Biden administration. What's at the base of the reading for him subconsciously? I think he might be a bit ill. Got the 4 of Swords reversed, so I think he might be dealing with some illness. So even though he might get an offer, this could not necessarily be an offer of a job either. This could be an offer of new treatment or something. I think he might be unwell. That's why he's just getting rid of all the stuff. That crap. He's influences in the recent past. He's held on to get rid of Trump and start a new change. He's been waiting in the wings, but he's had enough of Trump and Trump's going off his head and this and that and the other and sending people after him. Next step for him, he's going to be making a critical decision. He's going to be making a critical decision. You know what? I think he's tired. I think he might be ill. He's just had enough. He's been battered with Trump's sending people after him. He's totally disgusted with what's going on in Georgia. So what's this critical decision about? Strength. Leaving. Taking what he has and leaving, getting away, just this strategy. Yeah, not bad, not theft or anything, but does he have the strength to continue in this war of fighting against people who are trying to get away with things? Temperance, harmony, whether he can fight this corruption and this disharmony anymore. I think he might be making a decision about retiring completely. So whatever happens with Bob Mueller, let's just thank him well, wish him well, send thanks to the service that he provided, the wonderful job he did. There's going to be more coming out. A lot was held back from the Mueller report, and that's going to be coming out. But he's, yeah, I think he's not well, and yeah. I'll ask some questions. Has Bob Mueller been talking to Barr? Okay. Has Bob Mueller been talking to Barr? And has he had anything to do with this about face on bars? Seven of Cups, maybe. The World, yes. Knight of Pentacles is a yes. Ten of Pentacles is a yes. About the legacy he's going to leave behind. Three of Wands is yes. Yes, he has been talking to Barr. The False Knight. The Magician. Manifestation. Sitting pretty. Minor celebration. Minor achievement. Minor homecoming. I think that maybe he has been talking to Barr about, do you really want, you know, you're not going to be AG after the inauguration. Do you really want the last act you do with regard to the election to be seen as gaslighting and lying, and thus leaving a nasty, nasty legacy, that trying to pull the wool over people's eyes and manifest something that is plainly not true? Or do you want to leave with at least a modicum of dignity in people saying, well, at least you did the right thing near the end, and a clear conscience in not following the mercenary inclinations of the false knight Trump and his attempts to stay in the White House? I think he may have been talking to Barr. He may have had something to do with Barr's, at least. Look, Barr can still do a lot of damage and a lot of nasty things, but he's leaving the election alone. Hi, Pam Pierce. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up, and hello everybody else who is watching. If you're not on the chat, you don't have to be. I appreciate everyone who watches. I appreciate the support and the donations too. What Dave said now. Giuliani acting AG. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, acting means he won't have to go through. Let's have a look at that. Will Trump fire Barr and install Giuliani as acting AG? Could that happen? Here's a nasty piece of work. Doing one right thing in amongst a whole heap of wrong doesn't redeem you in my eyes. Yeah, you can jump up and down and say what you feel on my channel. I just ask that you refrain from comments about minors and don't wish death on anyone. That's all. Otherwise, if you want to jump up and down and say such and such is an asshole and stuff like that, sure. I mean, yeah. Okay, that's all I ask, is that you don't comment about minors and you don't, call for death or anything to happen to a person. That's the only things I'm asking about comments. Okay, so okay, will Trump buy a bar? I don't think so. I got the words bar knows too much. Oh yeah, bar might know too much, but Trump is really stupid. He's talking to somebody about it. Reap what you sow, buddy. If you do it, you do not foresee any of the problems that will pop up if you do it. So he's certainly thinking about it. He's thinking if he gets someone else in there, because Barr's turned on him, he'll be able to use the resources of the DOJ more and to cling on to power. Not a smart move if he does it. Unseen problem. Overflowing emotions, new relationships. He'll install who Russia tells him to put into place there, but yeah, he's not gonna be able to juggle it in the end. Yeah. I think the DOJ would down tools if Rudy Giuliani was put in place. They'd just say, look, we do not have the operating budget, so until such and such a time after the inauguration, we are going to have to shut down. That's what I'd be doing. Okay, will Trump try to start a civil war? Words coming through my mind is civil unrest. Not necessarily start a civil war, because that doesn't matter if he's the president or not. He's not going to be allowed to pardon himself on that. No way, because that's traitorous. No. And he's talking to some people, but not about civil war. Hi, Deborah Costro. Hi, Mary Planuff. If your name's up there, if I haven't said your name, it's because I haven't seen it. Okay, so, hi, Mary P. Oh, yeah, there you are, Mary Planuff. I just, again, okay, I'll have a look at that Cuba thing. Uncover the news said mysterious illness targeting US diplomats in Cuba. China likely the result of microwave energy report. Okay, I'll have a look at that in a few minutes too. But anyway, what's he going to try and stoke civil war? Well, he's definitely going to try and do something. confusion. He's a bit unsure of what he wants to do. But he definitely got some sitting pretty. He wants to, whatever he does, it's going to lead to some loss. People just can't, but a lot of people, they just can't be bothered. There's loss here. There's apathy with the idea. Some people are going to land in jail. He's going to try and stir up old rivalries and divisions, like really old rivalries and divisions. So they can defend him. I think he might try and stoke civil unrest. Yeah, and try and maybe send some money to a few groups and all that. The truth will come out about whatever happens. If there's any unrest, there's going to be, it could lead to some loss of life, unfortunately. But a lot of people are going to end up in jail. It's going to be maybe a rough 40-odd days. Some people, he's going to try and stir up trouble, pockets of civil unrest and stuff like that. And there might be some trouble, but I don't think it's going to be anything that will get out of hand. And there's no tower, there's no devil, there's no there's loss, there's rough travel, there's confusion, apathy, there's people ending up in jail. They're threatening your strength and your position. You have to come out and you have to fight. Find the energy to fight. We'll get you some money, but all this truth is going to come out. Yeah, there might be some bouts of civil unrest. Who's this Matt they're talking about in New Jersey? Okay, well, this situation in Cuba, does China have anything to do with the illness in Cuba? Thank you. Kinds of the highest truth and compassion and give them the clarity and tough objective view of the question of illness in Cuba. Is it caused by micro technology or does China have anything to do with it? Bit fuzzy. I tried to picture I got a picture of a satellite dish sort of and trying to aim it at Cuba, but it's just going like that, going away, which it's something more to do with from within Cuba itself. They will find out the truth about it. Someone could end up in jail. Yeah, definitely justice. Legal cards here. Something to do with an internal conflict with what they call tower event. Definitely going to cause a lot. It's a tower event in Cuba. it's going to take Cuba a while to get over whatever this is. There's going to be conflict and people trying to hide the truth. But I think it's a businessman. It's a businessman who's, I don't know, doing something. Bad technology, faulty technology, something that's and it could end up in jail. Old technology, going to try and manipulate the truth, but whatever it is, it's going to gain a bit of momentum, but there's definitely legacy of business involved. They will call it, and he will end up in the courts. There will be a move towards recovery, but I think it's some shoddy workmanship business deal, something like that. I don't think it's anything to do with China, because I just kept getting the satellite dish, China pointing at it. No, that's just in my mind's eye. And yeah. Yeah, I do think it's going to make quite a lot of people ill. Interesting to keep an eye on that. Badly built microwave towers or phone towers, shoddily built phone towers. The shoddily built phone towers. In a certain area. Is it shoddily built phone towers? Dark deals, hermit isolation. Read what you sow. Assessed, if there was assessed anxiety causes or anxiety. Tricking, manifesting. Yeah, dodgy business dealings, partnerships, wrong people. Yeah, stabbing, using the wrong materials. There will be a whistleblower. Somebody took kickbacks. Somebody in the government took kickbacks, I think. Somebody's going to have to resign. There's going to be a whistleblower. This could be the end for a few government officials too, the end of careers for a few government officials. It's internal, I think. Okay. I could be wrong. My instinct is leaning towards something to do with towers, badly built, not upgraded, not kept, not maintained. Coming! Hey, could you get that, please? I forgot. I heard the doorbell and forgot hubby was home. So he's going to get that. Amazon. Hey? Just put it on the table, sweetheart.
There it is.
Yep. Thanks, Dal. So it was true that I got a text this morning and an email saying I was going to get a delivery from Australia Post. So It's Sunday, so. Hi, C. Sims. Thank you for joining us. Can't believe it. I got up automatic. Oh, get up, go. And I remembered, oh, hubby's here. Okay. Oh, I've been losing weight. Yay. Oh, it came out. You know, all those children in custody, cages, not custody, you can't call it custody, that the Trump administration has been hanging on to phone numbers and addresses relevant to their cases. And they only sort of came out and admitted it a few weeks ago that they had this information. I'm sure someone's going to get sent to The Hague on this. They need to refer someone to The Hague. Oh, that's what all the congratulations are for. Thank you. I was only, oh, who's being congratulated? Me. I see Sims. Yeah, it's the worst. Now, let's see. Now, the other thing I saw, was a story that said if a deal is not made soon, and this isn't for COVID relief or anything, that after the 31st of December in the US, there will be no unemployment benefits at all. They'll be cut off completely. This isn't the money on top of the unemployment benefits, just the whole lot, cut off completely. Will there be a deal made to keep the unemployment benefits going? Oh, that's not good. The emperor flew out. No secrets, hidden problems. This person's looking, they're really, really disappointed with what they've been able to harvest and save. Might be some sort of a deal put forward. Dirty money. Queen of Pentacles, sharing of resources. Knight of Wands. Painting themselves into a corner. Oh, I hope I'm wrong. We've got Pelosi and Schumer both working hard to get a deal to keep the unemployment going. But there's hidden problems. There's, oh look, you can see my kitchen. They've put forward an offer, but not good. Not good. The final card in that is death. But that could be a change. Be a change. Office put forward investigations into that office of changed circumstances. Things being held up. Unforeseen problems, dirty money groups talking about money. They might come to an interim deal to keep things going for like a month or so. So that situation may change, and they'll have news and offers, new ideas. It's still murky. I'm still leaning on the side of, unfortunately, probably not, but hopefully that situation will change, at least a short-term bill, so that then things can be negotiated. So maybe pay for 1 or 2 months. I wish I could have better news on that, on the unemployment front, but honestly, they don't care. Not the Democrats, the Republicans in the Senate don't care. Trump doesn't care. Okay, let's go across the pond. The UK. How is the UK going? Going to do a quick trip around the globe. So we'll start with the UK. Hi, Pam Pierce. Walking away. They're preparing for Christmas. What Boris Johnson has done is they're going to relax everything down to tier 1 or something for Christmas for 5 days, but then they're going to have to go into lockdown for about 5 weeks afterwards so that people can get together and stuff. The deals. Lovers, loved ones, relationships, new energy. There is a change coming. It's on top of justice. I'm looking at the UK here. The Hierophant, court, hospitals, hope, new hope coming. I think maybe still a bit of a rough passage to travel, but there's a change coming, and they're justified in feeling like it could be a good change, a change for the better. There's new energy. Hospitals, this could be to do with the vaccine, new hope, new energy. Wise, compassionate leadership, intuitive leadership. There's new relationships, hope, and then rest and retirement back. With news of the vaccines, I think people are starting to feel more hopeful. I think there's, despite only 5-day things. I think there's a lot of people who are going to benefit from being able to visit their families, but they are aware there's a risk in this happening. There's movement towards a more harmonious and balanced. So this row is good. Leadership resources. Okay, there's going to have to be real wise leadership about using the resources with the vaccine and all that. There's hope. There's new partnerships being made with hope for the future. Still doesn't mean there's not going to be losses, but there's going to be news on action. So news on how things are possibly going to play out with their vaccines and things like that. So it's, yeah. So that's just the general atmosphere of the UK. But there are a lot of people, I think, who still want Boris to resign. That's the 8th. Now we're going to go have a quick look at the Republic of Ireland, which is not part of the UK. Northern Ireland is, but the Republic of Ireland is not. So have a quick look there. Then we're going to head south. I'm not going to go across to Europe. I'll leave Europe for another day. I'm going to head south. Okay, the Republic of Ireland. Their agenda, they have their own agenda with COVID and all that. They're sticking to it. They're using every source of wisdom they can. They seem to be going okay. I really haven't looked at the figures, so I'm going in cold. Hospitals, they've got strength in numbers. The hospitals, the institutions, they're good. They're going well. They're about to embark on a new cycle. They've got a lot of good, I can't, which comes true card, things are, again, they're separation of themselves. They're fairly isolated. Yes, they have the border with Northern Ireland, but they are an island and they are certainly isolated. And I think a lot of island nations are doing better. They still have, they're still not rid of everything. They've still got some bad devils to beat down. But again, good news, actions maybe. They're hanging in there. They're going okay. They're going okay. Now we're going to head south now to the African continent. We'll go north, central and southern. North being Niger, Mali, Nigeria, Mali, Egypt, all that. How are they going? Northern Africa. Northern Africa. That includes any islands associated with, they're having a bit of a rough time. There's quite a lot of civil unrest in a lot of these countries, and that's not helping the situation. Unrest and some violence possibly stirring up. They're sort of stuck. They need to make new partnerships with other people. but they're lacking resources. They need more resources. Again, the assessment is this guy's not looking happy with his crop. The assessment of the overall situation across Northern Africa, we could do better. They could do better. There's often confusion about things because getting figures out of some of these countries is really hard, even in normal times. Upwelling of emotion. Apathy, offers they don't want or don't need or aren't of any use. Some people, some countries are trying to plan, but they need better sharing of resources. Again, not just more resources, but better sharing of them. They're entering a critical time, the Northern African countries. Central Africa now. Let's have a look. Oh, book bewitched. Okay. This is a thing I picked up in India. It's got 2 elephants on it. Basically, it's draped over my whiteboard that I use when I'm doing GIS stuff with remote sensing. And this is actually just a sarong from Vanuatu that's thrown over the strata, which I have to move. You might see at the back there on the door, they're just pictures from a calendar, so pretty simple things. And I've got boxes and everything for my cards. So, yeah. Good. Central Africa. Nations shouldn't lay them off for coming down with the virus. They should bloody well give them time off. Unpaid maybe, but not lay them off completely. Oh, that's just so wrong. No, I'm sorry, Sandra. Trump will never shut his pothole, even when he's gone. If he's in another country, he'll keep saying things. Now let's have a look at Central Africa. Central Africa. I think you meant pie hole, didn't you? Okay, Central Africa. A lot of confusion getting information out of them. Of course, it's very hard. Lots of loss. Lots of loss. There is a change coming. But, you know, one of the reasons getting information out is so much political conflict and, you know, internal conflict. They are hanging on, but only just. They've got a lot of losses happening, a lot more. There's going to be more news coming out. There's going to be more news coming out about the Central African nations, more communications coming out. There will be some offers to go in and help. Yeah, here's that office again of resources, but also practical help, people going in to help and fight. Again, they've got partnerships and all that. They're talking amongst each other too. Again, we've got wisdom, trying to keep their agendas going. Justice, and a new start. So this is interesting. Wisdom and judgment, justice here. There's going to be a new start. So there's going to be quite a few major arcana here, and none of them are bad. So they are going through a tough time. They are suffering losses, and they will be justified in taking any help that's offered. But they will be, you know, but getting information out, and they'll be able to start coming out of this cycle of bad that they're in. You mean his pothole? Okay, the Southern Africa, the southern countries of Africa. Judgment, which is coming true. So this is not a bad judgment. However, they've decided to play this, and whatever judgment they've decided to use to handle this is paying off for them. This is in the southern countries. But they're still in battle. They are still in battle. Every country is. Almost every country is embattled. They're making momentum. They're making movement towards beating this and momentum towards coming out of this. But there's still a bit of a burden ahead of them. Good, wise leadership, acting intuitively, listening to your gut basically is a way to go here. But again, there's a lot of people, they're just sick of this. They're just sick of having to deal with this. You know, they come through one tough time. And again, there's some countries where it's hard to get information out of this. It's happened with all the sections of Africa. But there is some news about resources, maybe offers of resources. Wanting to go back to a quieter times past. There's some echoes of the past here, possibly, especially with maybe South Africa, with people getting access to things. Some echoes of the past. Upwelling of emotion. But they'll end up to be justified in the way they're handling things, but still, there's still some burden and unfairness and in the ring. But yeah, some echoes of the past, not necessarily full-on blast from the past. So yeah, so there you go. That's my look at other places in the world with regard to mainly the virus and stuff. I'll look at some other places, like might do Europe on Tuesday night. I will be back on Tuesday night, my time, which is Tuesday morning yours. I'll schedule that. Before I go, is there anyone with a question? before I do a message from Spirit. Let's have a look and see what messages Spirit has for us. Maria. Hi, Tara S. Spirit, do you have any messages? What messages do you have for everyone watching today? Calmness seems to be a big one word going to my mind, and forgiveness. But more forgiveness of self than forgiveness of other people. Internal explorer, look within yourself, gracious receptivity, water the overflow. External explorer, looking within yourself. Looking within yourself is really important. I said calmness and forgiveness were two words that went through my mind, and I think that's sort of looking within yourself for calm. Keeping yourself in a good place. Draw on what is deep within you to achieve that, the knowledge you have. The flow state of internal explorer, accessing infinite information by going within, wisdom from the collective consciousness, channeling, breaking free from the limit of intellect, creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark. You already hold the key. You have everything you need within you. Explore your state of flow. How do feelings flow through your body? Panic, anxiety, anger. What sort of flow do they take to your body, and what sort of flow does calmness have through your body? And how can you counteract one with the other? And this card is a reminder that you are an infinitely amazing being who can assess collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. Getting out of our own way is one of the biggest problems we have. We allow external forces to get inside us, to rile us up, to make us angry, sad, whatever. And you've got to learn, I guess, to be a bit like a duck and letting the water flow off your back. But you can only find the strength to do that by getting out of your own way. If people can only get inside you with it, there are times when, yes, it's very good to feel anger. It's very good. It's right to feel anxious. It's right to feel fearful. But not if it's all that drives you. You have to find another way to keep going. You have to get out of your own way and allow more calmness and to flow through your body. It's one thing to justifiably feel certain things. It's another to have those feelings overwhelm you and take over you. Gracious receptivity. If someone offers an olive branch or an offer of healing, don't refuse it. The other thing was forgiveness went through my mind. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others. People often say, it's not other people you need to forgive, it's yourself for a lot of things. Accept that advice. If you know, things happen. Sometimes you have no control over what happened. Just because you stood back and did nothing because there was nothing you could do didn't mean it was all your fault. Accept that. Gratitude too. Be thankful of what you're being given. Give without expectation. How worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and to give without depletion, overflow, over obligation, thriving, over surviving, and gifting economy. So if you can't forgive yourself for past transgressions and it's making you harder to accept things because you feel you don't deserve them, you shouldn't have them, that's a huge problem. Everyone deserves help, love, healing, gifts from humanity. Everyone deserves that. And again, it's another example of getting out of your own way by forgiving yourself. And instead of rejecting things, realize that, you know, if people want to give you a helping hand, whether it's friendship, whether it's something else, whatever, rejecting them because you don't feel you deserve it, you're hurting them as well, because they're coming to you with love and openness and wanting to be there for you. So accept that. Get out of your own way. Forgive yourself if you reject it because you don't think you deserve it. You too. Everyone makes mistakes. Most of us during our lifetime are going to make at least one colossal mistake. Forgive yourself for that. Okay? As long as it's not being a serial killer or this or that or the other and just setting out to hurt people, forgive yourself. Consider your relationship with gratitude. How comfortable do you feel receiving and what you love to give? Are there themes that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? Okay. Right now, you may feel you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. If you don't feel you can give any more, don't beat yourself up about that. Forgive yourself for that, because there will be others who are willing to give to you, especially if you're a giver all the time. So that was gracious receptivity. The last one here, absolutely gorgeous. Water the overflow. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Overflowing emotions. The overflow. Abundance, non-attachment. The paradigm of no scarcity, allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow through and create more. This is manifestation. I have abundance. I have plenty. There are so many people in the world, and it could be some of you who feel that you have nothing anymore. Take those feelings of loss or feelings of being left out, turn them around, manifest them into a feeling of, I have what I need. Allowing for flow, receptivity, the path of least resistance, purity, clearing away that which no longer serves. If I don't need this, why hang on to it? Someone else may need it. Love. She gracefully allows whatever she is feeling to be expressed, and she does so. She radiates so much light into the world. I've often found that if I feel I want more, I deserve more, I need more, sometimes, yes, you do need more. I have what I need is good. I do not have what I need, but we will make it is good. I want more. No. Look at what you have and allow all your emotions to just filter through to others. Thankfulness, yeah. This person is sending out light because she's so content with where she is and what is falling around her, that she's luminous and she's giving off light and love to others. There you go. That's my message from Spirit. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the donations. They are appreciated. Remember, if you would like a reading, please feel free to email me. If you look on the community page, you'll see the figures are different with the US because that's an approximate of what the Australian and Canadian dollars are. So if you're in England or something, it's like £35, 45 US, 60 Australian, 60 Canadian. So if you want a reading, and that is regardless of the type of reading, okay? Please email me. I'm still working on my website. I'll probably be on that for a while, but I'll let you know when that is up and running. Hi, Tara Rayner. Thank you for joining me. Linda Thompson, thank you for joining me. Melinda Ducha, thank you. If I haven't said your name during the course of the stream, that's just simply because I haven't seen it. So everyone who is watching, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, stay strong, stay loving. Love you all, and please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay, bye-bye.